Hi, so I have a few knitting updates. We've been busy knitting all last night and today in the afternoon with my friend Hannah. And it started last night actually with trying to cast on for my Evie mittens, which is a pattern by Woozy by Celine. And if you'll remember, I did this really pretty gauge swatch for that where I really loved the mix here. This is the Cashmerino by La Bien-Aimée in their peach sweater color with their silk mohair and the Heliodor colorway. So love this. Was really excited to finally cast on for my mittens, and I was using these, what are they? I think they're a US size 6, so 4mm 32-inch circular needles. However, trying to do magic loop with those mittens, and I am an English style knitter, at least until I get into like stockinette rounds, but it was giving me terrible ladders. So after like 2 hours of trying to like fix things and trying to make it work, it was also knit so tightly, like my thumbs and forefingers were like getting rubbed raw with how tightly I was having to like slide things across the needles. It just wasn't working out. 2 hours into it, I finally said, okay, screw this, and just like unraveled the whole thing. Managed to fix my unraveled yarn and mohair from that, but yeah, that was just not panning out. So messaged a bunch of my knitty friends and asked them if anyone had a pair of shorties, like a shorty interchangeable set, trying to get a 9-inch US 6 needle, but no one did. However, my friend Hannah has these US 5 size DPN, so double pointed needles, a set of 5 of them. And she said to try these. She says it's not as hard to do DPN as you think. Might actually be better with mittens, and I know a lot of people do prefer to use these for mittens. Yeah, if this fails, I am gonna spend the $13 plus shipping to order a special 9-inch long shorty pair of the US size 6 needles. We'll see how that goes, but otherwise we're on pause with the Evie mittens and hood for now because it just was not panning out. However, with that project, I was really excited to use my new stitch stoppers, which are these really cute dachshunds. Aren't those cute? I really love sausage dogs, so I really want to cast this on because I think it's going to be a fun, relatively quick project. But yeah, I need to knit less tightly, so knit looser, and fix my needle issue with that. But even though a counseling session is probably needed with a therapist after that one, I was like, I am still determined. I really need a project to cast on. I do have a lacework scarf project I'm working on right now, but I just wanted something else, and I definitely need a stockinette project for when I'm at yarn club. So I decided to cast on, let me pull up a picture for y'all, my favorite things knitwear, blouse number 1, light. And the first sweater I ever knit was their regular version of this pattern. So I'm already familiar with the construction, and I have a ton of mohair. Y'all will see in that other clip I had a brown mohair swatch from this really nice Bichet et Boucher Le Petit Silk mohair, which is this beautiful espresso brown. Ooh, the sun is shining on it really nicely there. So it is not for the weak to cast on a mohair only dark colored project in the evening, but we did it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we were brave. We were really brave and strong, and I've now basically finished the whole neckline kind of yoke portion, and we're gonna start building out the sleeve caps, and she's looking really good. I'm really excited about this. It's like, wow, this is hours of work and it doesn't look like that much. The sleeves are looking pretty decent. I was gonna see if I can hold this to show y'all. I like that construction. In a few places I kind of accidentally picked up, yeah, okay, here it's really noticeable. I picked up too many rows. Like, since I'm knitting double with the mohair, it can be a little hard for me to see if it's 2 strands or 4 strands of mohair in places. So some of these make one lefts, make one rights are a little wonky, but since it's like in a place where there's supposed to be gaps, I think that's gonna be fine. And if it's necessary later, I'm just gonna take a thread, work it through there, since I do get kind of a thick cord behind those to kind of weave those ends in after. I think that will be fine. Also, there's like maybe 1 or 2 places where I kind of was getting ladders. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Oh, here you can definitely see it. I was getting ladders a bit, but again, I'm just gonna wait and see what that looks like at the end of the project and see if it's like actually looking that bad. But I thought we could do a try on camera. Let's see here. It's kind of awkward. Okay. Yay. Okay, let's get in close here. Fix the hair a little. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, I like this. Ooh, it's gonna be a really wide boat neck. Okay. I like that. Scooting back on here, sitting on my yarn. Okay. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on this so far. This Biche Bouche silk mohair is literally heavenly to knit with. It is so freaking soft. I saw it mentioned when I was Googling on Reddit, or shouldn't say that, maybe searching on Reddit about it after. Like, people were mentioning it a lot for people with mohair sensitivities or who really don't like scratchy mohairs. This is not scratchy at all. This is literally heavenly. And when I was touching, I won't mention names, but when I was touching some other alternatives after that are also in my collection, especially if they have a wool content in them, I was like, okay, this doesn't even compare. Although I'm sure once you wash the mohair that has wool in it, it probably definitely gets softer. But this, like, I mean, it's just incredible, guys. And I mean, it's only like $2 to $3 more than some of those other silk mohair alternatives, and I would say it's worth the little bit of extra money, because this, like, you could wear with nothing under and it's not going to irritate you at all. I'm probably still going to wear like a long sleeve shirt under this, so I don't think I'd rock the see-through look that much. But yeah, really happy with how this is turning out. I'm hoping I can knit this up in 2 weeks, then I would finally have another garment to wear. You'll see earlier I was wearing my vest that I mentioned in my everything I knit in my first year of knitting video. This is her. I love the sleeve details on here, like I've mentioned, but she's just like, I don't know, like, I love the color on me, and my friend Hannah was saying the color is great too, but this v-neck and the construction and like the length, it doesn't look that good on me. But I was trying to rock her today because I've never even worn her out, but I've just officially decided now I'm gonna have to unravel this project. I have 6 other balls of this yarn, recently stocked up on a few more. I'm gonna do something else with this yarn because we love the color, did not like this pattern on me. Nothing wrong with the Mochi Knits pattern, it's not for a lady with a bigger bust. And also being like an hourglass shape, I find a lot of these boxier vest cuts, like sleeveless cutoff kind of cuts, just don't look good on me. So yeah, that's gonna have to be unraveled eventually, but that's gonna be a summer project. Which also, side note, It was 83 degrees here in Texas yesterday. It's like December 3rd, or yeah, January 3rd. It's been really hot, and Hannah and I were saying how we've been like fighting the demons to cast on a summer project because of how hot it is. I don't know if I'll put the footage in before or after this, but we were knitting outside all day today, and I was a little worried that my hands were going to be sweaty knitting with the mohair outside, but it was just this perfect, impeccable temperature. Really loved being outside. Wasn't sweaty, wasn't cold. It was the perfect temperature. And I'm kind of miserable in Austin for 8 months out of the year because it's so freaking hot, but I have to admit, winters here are not too rough. They're not too rough. They're pretty nice, and people come and visit and they're like, oh wow, Austin's great. Like, you have all this sunshine, great temperature. A lot of those people can't last the summer here, or they do last one summer and then they get out of here because the summers are miserable. The heat can be miserable, but I digress. Okay, refilming that clip if this is a bit of an awkward transition, but I realized I should not be showing my address on camera. I got a fun package in the mail today, and I know I said or mentioned I was gonna have to do a buying ban for at least the first 6 months of 2026, but this was purchased on December 30th, okay? I needed a few more balls of this silk mohair and some other silk mohair too in this olivey green color that I think I've decided I'm gonna do some sort of like sweater, like green sweater in held with a wool. I might do like the cloud sweater or one of these other classic ones. I've seen a lot of people doing like a matcha green or olivey kind of green sweater lately, and I love that color on me, like the vest I just showed. So I want to do something like that this year, which means I am gonna have to buy wool eventually, but maybe that'll be a fall project. So I'm gonna open this real quick and we can look at them. Ooh, I like an easy rip package, okay. And I ordered this from Knit Dallas, by the way. Oh, they said thank you for your purchase. That's cute. Can't show y'all since my address is on here, but that's a cute little handwritten note. Okay, so yeah, just 2 more balls of that brown one and 2 more balls of this olive from Sandnes Yarn as well. Yay! Okay, let me make sure these are like the same color lot. Oh, okay, this is already falling off. Okay, yeah, these look exactly the same. Perfect, because I bought these from that store 2 weeks ago. So now I just have a little bit more. Some other little things I wanted to talk about are, I started reading this Emily Henry book last night, People We Meet on Vacation. I actually bought this for my mom back in October for her birthday, and it was her first Emily Henry novel. She wasn't the biggest fan. She thought it was a little immature at times, and I think like with the miscommunication tropes and all of that, but that's, you know, just the thing in romance novels. But so I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did, and we're having a watch party for this next week with some of my book club girlfriends, even though we haven't all read it. And so I thought, okay, let me try to read this in 1 week. I mean, Emily Henry books go really fast for me. And I'm what? Let's see here. 30 pages in, and I'm liking it. I am liking it. It's a little cheesy. I'm like, okay, she has the dream job and she hates her life, but I am liking it. I mean, Emily Henry's always a great writer. I have read all of her books except for the first 2, Beach Read and this one. I like Funny Story the best, but I can definitely see how her writing has improved in those later novels. This one, her writing isn't as sharp, I would say, but yeah, really enjoying this. I think it's going to be a fun, lighthearted read this week, and so I'm excited about that. And also on an orange note is I bought a new journal today, and she's embroidered and gorgeous. I really like this. Really cute kind of, let me get this part of it. really cute inside too. It's like little pink flowers and just classic lined pages. So I needed a new journal just for like daily personal to-do lists and things. I have like a work journal I use, and then my personal one, and then I have a whole knitting journal, which is this is my knitting journal from Papier. So love that one. This has been my other personal journal with this cute vintage fruit sticker on it, but I have like 4 pages left in this one, so it's time to switch over to this one. And I'm really happy. This has been a good weekend so far, and hopefully I will have more knitting updates for you guys tomorrow. Hi, so I think it's been about another day or 2 since we last talked. I had perfect weather here in Austin again yesterday, so I spent a lot of hours outside knitting at the coffee shop and then around my building. And I've made quite a lot of progress on the Blouse #1 Light by my favorite things Knitwear. And so I finally have finished with the magic loop, and I'm just like knitting in the round regularly. So I wanted to show her to y'all because I'm really happy. She looks so good. I'm starting to build out the sleeve caps now. And yeah, did some German short rows in the back and the beginning. And they turned out really well. There are like a little bit larger holes on the front, which I think must also be from my short rows, and my friend Hannah agreed. You can see like one right here. I don't know if that will focus, but it's still looking really good. And then I mentioned in my other video, I think, that I picked up more than one row by accident when I was doing my make one rights and make one lefts on this original like neckline and yoke building. Still need to weave in this original joining in that round end, but I think I'm definitely gonna be able to fix that when I get closer to the end. I mean, I could do it now, but I'm just gonna wait. So yeah, I thought I have a little bit of time on my lunch break right now before I have to get back to work, so I thought I'll knit a little bit and take you guys with me. Okay, taking a little break because I think now that I get to knit not magic loop, I am going to switch over to doing stockinette continental styles. So I'm not like an expert or like super pro at this, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so I just hit my next sleeve cap. I haven't learned how to do my make one rights and make one lefts continental style, so switching back to English real quick and getting my stitches to get on these big needles. There we go. But definitely want to get better at continental. It's still not super natural to me. Definitely like prefer English style, but I know it takes a lot longer to knit, so continental definitely goes faster for me. In stockinette, I first learned how to do it about a month and a half ago, maybe, when I was finishing up knitting that first sock I was working on, like first sock pair. So yeah, definitely still need to practice. Maybe it's not super smart to switch styles mid-project. I haven't found a difference in tension. I tend to knit like with good tension either way. So yeah, actually when I was knitting that second sock in the first like pair I was doing, I was getting really bad ladders, English style, especially with magic loop. And I found that it didn't really matter if I was pulling too much or not enough or in the middle. I just couldn't figure out how to fix those ladders. And when I switched to Continental, actually, I stopped getting ladders. So there's definitely some bonuses to picking that up. It's just, yeah, my brain, you know, prefers English style. So yeah, it's just gonna take some more practice. Okay, so I basically only had time to do one round, but it's always relaxing, so I'm grateful when I get to fit that in during the workday. I have to get back to work, but I thought maybe we could do a little try on because y'all have not seen the progress lately. So let's see. Okay, that's the longer side. So I tried it on yesterday and it looked really good. So let's see. Need some more slack here. Okay. I feel like I kind of need to tie my hair up quickly so that we can see this, but oh no, it came off the needle. Or not off the needle, but like off that, onto the red part. Ooh. Okay, I'm kind of gonna pull her a little here so that y'all could see more of this side, but we got an amazing boat neck here, which I'm really excited about because I look good in boat necks. And yeah, we just have the sleeve cap, you can see it here, starting to pop off. Ooh, oh my god, and it feels so soft. Again, this is the Biche Boucher Le Petit Silk Mohair, and it's incredible to work with. Like, it's just so soft. This isn't scratchy at all. I could definitely probably wear this with just like a cami or bralette underneath, so I'm not worried about the itchiness factor at all. Yay. Okay, I need to go to work for another few hours, but after work I'm gonna probably film myself knitting some more, and maybe I'll have another project update later. So talk to you then. Hello again. So I didn't end up checking in after work last night, but I spent like 4 or 5 hours knitting. I was watching YouTube videos, and I also rewatched Challengers with Zendaya and Josh O'Connor. I really love Josh O'Connor as an actor, and that, I would say, that obsession began after finally watching Challengers, maybe back in July or August. So it was really fun to rewatch that and just see his acting, because he plays such a, you know, arrogant, like charismatic, kind of gruffy guy in that. I also grew up playing tennis, so love to see that. I'm not a big sports person, but I do like the sports, or I do like the tennis stuff. So yeah, really enjoyed my time doing that. Haven't done that much reading, but at least we got a lot of knitting done. Let's see, maybe I should hold it this way. Our blouse is really starting to take shape. Oh my gosh. The sleeve caps are starting to pop out way more, so you can see it there. We have this beautiful boat neck with the sleeves. Yeah, you can see the sleeve definition. Trying to get the light on it, popping out there. And it's so soft. So I'm gonna continue working on this while I take a quick lunch break. And I'm going to Yarn Club tonight, so I'm gonna get a few hours of knitting done there as well. I'm excited to show this to the girls, and maybe I'll film a little bit when I'm there too. So I'll update y'all again later.
Maybe that's why they were like, we actually can't do that.
We actually can't. I'm so glad they left that out. But they did miss a really funny part in the first chapter. And he's like, he miss you, give me a kiss. He miss you, give me a kiss.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's why when I filmed
It's like, are you filming?
Y'all might be in her vlog.
yeah, let me know if you don't want to be.
Okay, pretend to knit.
It's fine. You can just, I'm just gonna, I promise I have a project. And I finished this, so I can have this.
Yeah.